We're learning UliLevi Omar, the Rebbe Zt, Shmois, Tovshin Samachei, 5765. Friday night after the davening, the Rebbe Zt said, Ve'elu Shmois b'nei Yisrael aboim Mitzrayim. And we know who they are, Reuben, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda. We have to understand, why does the Torah have to repeat their names? We know it anyway. It could be that the lesson is in order to be able to continue to exist as Jews in the exile. A person has to make sure he has a Jewish name. Like Chazal tell us, there were some things which kept us from servitude in Mitzrayim, from being lost, and we were saved. One of them is they didn't change their name. Therefore, the Torah says their name again to tell us they came down to Mitzrayim with the Jewish name, they remained there with the Jewish name. In America, there are still people that don't call themselves with their Jewish name, and this is something that we have to rectify, that people should exchange what they're used to, and they should consider themselves Jewish with Jewish names. And Baruch Hashem, our minig is, if Chas v'Sholem somebody becomes sick, we don't change the name, because the person's name was given by his parents. The Jewish name is a aspect of Ruach HaKodesh, a vestige of prophecy. We find in Shmois the value of a Jewish name. I know people that in the past they were known with their English name, but they changed their name, and now all of them call themselves only with their Hebrew name. So we can see that this can be done. The Rebbe Zt also mentioned that we find in America they started saying Talamotor Levrocha Pnei Adomo the week of December 5th, and therefore that's when the new part of the year, the winter, begins officially, and we have to pray to receive it not in one lump sum, because then it will be a hot flood, but rather it should come in its order that will benefit mankind. Friday night the Rebbe Zt said, in the Pasuk it says that Moshe Rabbeinu called his oldest son Ger Shoim, because he says, I am a ger in a strange land. We have to understand, why does he say it twice? Ger means a stranger in a strange land, but it comes to tell us that every land is good except for Eretz Yisrael. When a Jew is there, he has to know he's a stranger. See, that means that the land is strange to him. It's not his land. That we learn from Moshe Rabbeinu. At the time that he knew that he had to become the Redeemer of Yisrael and to take them out of Mitzrayim, at that moment he wanted to teach Klal Yisrael how to live, to exist, to persist, to be Jewish in the exile. And that's that a Jew has to know that in every place where he finds himself, he should not become a member of the population that's there, but he should understand that he's Jewish and he's a stranger there, and that is a strange land. And if he'll remember that, he will not be influenced by that which surrounds him. The Rebbe continued, what keeps a person Jewish is this fact of knowing that everything around him is strange, and through that he can continue to exist as a Jew. That every action of the person will only be done for the purpose of sanctifying Shem Shamayim. With that sanctification, there are two ways. One, as we find in our exile, especially in the Shoah, when tens of thousands were killed. But we can do Kiddush Hashem a different way, through tefillah, through prayer. HaKadosh Baruch Hu can permit us to sit and be relaxed, learning Torah, not having outside forces trying to stop us. In the rest of studying Torah, in the period of when a person is at ease, then he should be able to sanctify God's name. So we want to be makish Shem Shemayim with our lives of kedusha and purity. And therefore, if you do Kiddush Hashem b'chol, with every action, will be zeicha to survive the Golos, remain Jewish for the time of redemption. The Rebbe Zt continued. It's known, the question in the Holy Svarim, it says, "Vatir'enu amialdos zolikim," that the maidservant, the midwives, feared Hashem. They didn't do as the king told them to do, to kill the Jewish males. And what was their payment? Vayaslam botim. They were given houses. Why is that mido keneged mido? Why is that directly influenced the fact that they had Kuhuno and Ulilevi Omer and Ulilevi Malchus? Why is that an outcome of what their action is? Now we can see from, if they would have kept the words of Paroi, they would still have been Jewish people, because a child of a Jewish woman is Jewish, and therefore they would have been Jewish anyway. However, what would have been lacking would have been the outcome of keeping the idea of yichus, of genealogy, of knowing who your father is, not only your mother, your maternal descent, but also your paternal descent. Kuna Levio have to do from the father. Also, majesty, kingdom is from the father. And that's why they receive their reward, that the household of Kuna, the household of Levi, the household of Malchus, because they were the ones who stood up for the idea that people have to recognize who their fathers are as well as their mothers, and keep the shiftei ko, the concept of being descendants paternally from Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, not only maternally so. And that's why there was Zercha to Batikuna, Levi, Malchus. May we merit having the Kahanim do the Avoidosam, Leviim do the Duchonim, and Kal Yisrael be there in the Beis HaMikdash to do Ma'amodom, and the Melech should be able to address them from Malchus Beis David with the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu, B'mheira V'yameinu, Amen.